What's going on, recliners? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. Today we'll be checking out another episode of The Last of Us, up to Season 2, Episode 4. Last one, we actually got a little bit more than I was expecting. I was going to assume that they were going to drag out the whole process of them heading off to Seattle, and that the episode would end with them finally leaving the community, but they actually left sooner than expected, and they actually already arrived at Seattle. So definitely pumped for that. Of course, we get the first title card, missing Joel. Ellie went to visit his grave, and yeah, even though no words were spoken there, still an emotional scene. And yeah, it's just weird without him. Now, as like in the game, I'm hoping they're going to adapt this in the show as well, but there should be some flashback scenes. I don't think we'll get one of those this episode, maybe the next one, just because his death is still pretty fresh, and us as the audience, we need to still take that in and, life without Joel type situation. But possibly the next episode or even the one after that, we should get a flashback scene, which I'm actually excited for. If they adapt what was in the game, it was actually a pretty sweet scene between Joel and Ellie. Now, as I've mentioned many times already, I only played the game once, and that was back when it first came out. It was actually 2020 it came out, and while I remember certain things, some things still over my head. That group of whistlers, I don't know if they were in the game, but they were certainly short-lived in the show. Maybe there'll be more of them, and that was just a small group of them. I don't know. We also got a look at the end of the episode of a large pack of wolves. Don't know what they were marching towards or what they were doing, but yeah, there's a lot of them, and they got tanks. Also, as mentioned before, I know there's a bunch of different groups, factions of people that exist in this universe, but when I'm playing through that, I was more focused on, all right, this is an enemy I need to fight to survive, not, oh, what's their background? What's their backstory? So, yeah, again, apologies. Some of these groups will go over my head. We also had a nice little scene between Ellie and Dina talking about that night, the New Year's Eve party. And while I know what the fate will be for them, if they stay true to the game, it's still nice seeing the little, back and forth between them and how they're going to progress further. Now, looking at the thumbnail for this episode, I kind of have a feeling that this will be the one where Dina figures out that Ellie is immune, which definitely a big part in the game and the series. So, interesting to see if that does happen, what her reaction is going to be. So, we're going to go ahead and check this one out. Before we do, as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. So yeah, let's check out Season 2, Episode 4 of The Last of Us.
Now, the thing about this one night, and you guys
getting
know
a flashback.
I'm easy on.
Oh, this guy's in it?
WLF stuff?
I thought it was. Turned out later it was some religious crap, but I didn't know that.
Well, you can't handle 3 voters? What these pussies even do?
The word disseminate means, and boom! No one asked you, jizz boy.
The citizens, why do you call them voters?
Oh.
Took away their right to vote, and somebody started calling them voters to mock them.
I didn't mean anything by it, Sergeant.
Of course you didn't, you're thoughtless.
So we know who's the clown, who's the newbie, and who's the serious guy in the group.
Could be WLF, lock and load.
No.
Sarge.
Come with me.
So much for going alone. But I think he sees him as, fresh blood, not contaminated yet. Can still teach him between right and wrong, hopefully. Man, put your gun down.
You Isaac?
Oh shit. Why does Isaac sound familiar?
Now make your choice.
Maybe I should have played through the game again.
Ooh, you reckon a yeast infection?
Oh, that would be horrendous.
Hey, I'm gonna pee. Give me a minute.
Pregnancy test?
I thought they bombed here.
Yeah, I heard that too. Guess not this part.
Ellie.
Ellie, just cover me. I'm gonna check if there's any ammo in there.
They've seen better days.
Wonder what that was about. Oh, looky here. Check out the building on the hill.
They're on a hill, so they'll see us coming.
On horseback in broad daylight, so
All right, let's look for a door we can fit Trimmer through.
already found that.
Gonna pick up a guitar and start playing? I don't know if playing the drums is the best low-profile maneuver. The sets look amazing. Oh, she gonna sit down on the bench and play in the light?
You've gotten pretty good.
I didn't know how to talk to women. It made me nervous. So, what I would do is cook for them.
Why do I feel like he's talking to a prisoner right now and not just a friendly conversation?
But one day, I will own a Moviel saucepan. Of course, this means it doesn't retain heat the way cast iron does, which of the two makes copper the inferior choice for interrogations. But if you own Moviel...
Oh, dude. What?
Fights. Hold out your hand.
Hold it out. He may burn something else, man.
She watches over me, she fills my soul.
Because you broke it, because we broke it. I'm not playing your little chicken and egg games today, Scar. Where is the next attack?
So tell me, how are we going to lose?
Every day a wolf leaves you to take the holy mortification.
Every part
That
of you.
pissed him off.
Tell me what I want to know!
And it just hit you. You're not getting any info. He's ready to die for his beliefs.
Animal.
Well, that guy has evolved.
Second floor. And if we run into wolves that weren't in Jackson?
Didn't think about that part, huh? Well, you take them all out.
Is this?
I hope she ends up getting the bow and arrow.
Dina, let's go.
I hope it is because she's pregnant. Because You know, for someone in the apocalypse, that's twice now she's been puking at bodies. Like, get your shit together, girl.
That group we saw in the woods, they did this.
What the is wrong with Seattle?
The rest of you fan out. And go slow. If the scars are still here,
This really feels like the game. Pick your moment, slide behind the next piece of cover, toss a distraction somewhere. Gotta do it.
Shoot that window! No, we can fit, they can't.
Get tiny.
they're in the transit tunnel. Circuited south entrance.
She is gonna learn the secret. So this would be the scene I spoke about at the beginning of the season, how because spores aren't a part of the game, how would they do it? I guess this is how they're gonna do it. Flares are about to light the way for the infected as well. What's this, like her superpower? She can sense how many are in a building? It's a hell of a lot more than 5. Hello. This is how they do it.
Lady there.
Don't shoot her. I know it's an intense situation. You guys are getting chased. But maybe stop for a second and explain your situation, Ellie.
We can hole up here for now. I'll bar
Is
the
this the
door.
theater?
What are you doing?
Think, Ellie. Think.
Wait!
Why did you do that? Why the did you have to do that?
Please listen to me. I'm immune. I can't get infected. Dina, do not fucking shoot me!
I've been banned before.
You're gonna sit as far away from me as you want, and you're gonna keep that gun pointed on me. If I turn... Can I show you?
I mean, definitely understand Dina's reaction. Like, this is absolutely unheard of. Nobody is immune. It's not like 1 out of every 1,000 people are immune. It's just crazy to think about in this universe. So yeah, the one thing I do remember is in the game, they're both running through the station with masks on, and Dina's gets cracked, so Ellie gives Dina her mask.
Pregnant.
And she is pregnant. Gives her her mask. Alright. So that Dina doesn't get infected. Yeah. Damn.
Wait, no, no.
Morning breath. It's gross. Hold on. Beefy.
Now you have jerky morning breath. Oh, does Jesse show up?
He said it was a burn.
Most of it is.
Cover up the bite mark.
Why now?
She thought she lost you.
I knew how you felt about me.
How? I was hiding it really well.
No, you kind of weren't. I'm sorry. I started wondering after we saw the bodies in the forest, because I've seen shit before without barfing, and I knew morning sickness was a thing, and I was late.
Which I've never been like it, but I was very
That's kind of what I was hoping for. Because, yeah, you'd think she would have a stronger stomach seeing all this death and destruction over the years.
So we're having a baby.
We?
Gonna be a dad.
Yeah.
He just said Nora.
Yeah.
She's gonna know
Where
where I.
Abby is, yeah. Ellie, see that white building out there? That's it. That's Lake Hill. Together.
Alright, guys. So, just got finished up with episode 4, and they did the thing. If you've been following along with me, I said way back in the first episode, because of the lack of spores, how are they going to approach this situation? So, again, in the game, they're going through that whole tunnel system thing, and it's filled with spores. When you came across spores in the game, you had to wear a mask. They're going through it, and Dina's mask breaks, and Ellie has to give up hers so Dina can survive, not become infected, and that's how that secret breaks. This was another good way to go about it too. She took a bullet for Dina there, and a valid reaction from Dina. Gotta say, it really is unheard of in this world. Nobody is immune. Once you're bit, that's a death sentence. And yeah, definitely be tough to believe. And thankfully, Ellie talked her down. And then once Dina finally saw with her own eyes and believed it to be true, and yeah, she made her move. Now, yes, they do end up together in the game, so I was expecting it. I can't remember if there was a baby involved in the game or not, or if that was something new added for the series. So, if any gamers are watching along, let me know in the comments below, because honestly, I forget. But they also found the theater, which essentially turns out to be like the Seattle home base for them. You go back there a bunch of times throughout the game, and I'm pretty sure Jesse will make an appearance. But, I mean, again, they could deviate from the game, and I could be completely misremembering it. But, yeah, that's what I feel like will happen eventually. And with the news of the pregnancy, he'll be in store for a treat when he arrives, if he does. Now, we haven't seen Abby since the incident. I do know in the game you go back and forth between playing as Abby and Ellie, so I wonder if maybe the next episode then we'll get an Abby-centric episode, or maybe it'll be an Ellie Joel flashback episode. I don't know. I did hear they were breaking this, like the part 2 game, into multiple seasons for the show. I don't know how many episodes are going to be in this season. if I had to guess, 8, maybe 9. Um, and while it's moving along, there's still a lot of story left to tell, and yeah, they're definitely not going to fit it all in this one season. So be curious to see where they end it game storyline wise for the show. So now we also get introduced to Isaac. I vaguely remember him as a character in the game, um, but again, it's been a while, and yeah, he definitely seems like a force to be reckoned with in the show. When they cut to that kitchen scene with him, and he started going on about, how he used to woo females pre-apocalypse. I knew he wasn't just having a friendly conversation with someone. Like, yeah, he had a prisoner that he was torturing. I damn sure wasn't expecting the dude to be chilling there naked. But yeah, there he was, letting it all hang out. I don't, obviously not by his choice, but uh, yeah. So the Seraphites are a group of like fanatics that worship this like prophet lady. Does kind of ring a bell. It's like a part of me really does wish I played through the game again, or at least watched a recap. But then another part of me is like, nah, now you'll be surprised again. And yeah, I don't know. I'm the fence about it, even still watching the show, because it's like I wish I knew more. Like I wish I remembered these things and knew more about it. But yeah, sadly, you know, not as fresh in my mind. But circling back to that, train sequence, that was awesome. Like the whole city, the set pieces, everything has just been on point. Like their budget must have been seriously increased for this season because damn, everything looks amazing. But now we're also getting a lot more infected and them ambushing the train cars while they're running through it and just all of it. She's sitting there like, oh, there's 5 of them, and then a freaking horde, like 100, comes running, and it's like, yo, check your ears, girl. You gotta learn how to count. But yeah, they definitely stepped it up 10 notches for this season, and I am here for it. Definitely enjoyed this one, and I can't wait to see what the storyline brings for the next one. But for today's video, guys, that's going to do it. If you guys enjoyed it, as always, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys soon.